and today I want to talk about my most anticipated books of 2015. So there are a lot of exciting books coming out next year. I started making a list on Goodreads to kind of keep track of them, and I'll link that below in case you want to check it out. But there are already like 40 books on that list, and I have only just begun adding to it. Now, I'm not going to talk about all of those books today in this video, but I did still want to share the top 15 books of 2015 that I personally am most looking forward to. I'm going to start with books coming out in January and then go in chronological order through the year, though please note that some of these dates I'm about to give you might end up changing. This is just according to Goodreads as of the end of December. And because I have so many books to talk about, I'm not going to get into plot details, but again, there are lots of links in the description if you want to learn more about any of these titles. Alright, let's get started. So first up is The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black, and this is coming out on January 13th. This is one of those elusive standalone fantasy novels, so I already kind of want it just for that reason alone, but then you factor in that it's written by Holly Black, who is one of my favorite authors. And the best part is I don't have to wait very long for this one because it comes out in like 3 weeks. Next up is Fairest by Marissa Meyer, and this is coming out on January 27th. This is a prequel novel to the Lunar Chronicles series. It takes place before the events of Cinder and focuses on Queen Lavanna. I just love the Lunar Chronicles series, and even though I was kind of bummed when Winter got pushed back to a later release, I can't really complain that much because we're getting a whole extra novel set in the Lunar Chronicles world, and that is awesome. I'm not as excited about this one as I am about Winter, but I do still want to get my hands on this one, and it will make the wait for Winter a little bit less painful. Next up is The Ruby Circle by Rochelle Mead, and this is coming out on February 10th. This is the 6th and final installment in the Bloodlines series, the spin-off from the Vampire Academy. Now, I only recently got into the Bloodlines series, but boy did I get into them. I read the first 5 books in like 5 days. I just flew through them. I could not stop reading. So of course I am very excited to get my hands on this final book and see how everything wraps up. Next up is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, and this is coming out on February 24th. Victoria Schwab is one of my favorite authors. I just love her writing style and the worlds and stories she writes about. I love it all. And A Darker Shade of Magic just sounds especially awesome. There are parallel Londons and a man that travels between them, and doesn't that just sell you on the book immediately? Does it not? Does it not? And I actually kind of already got myself an arc of it, so I'm actually kind of reading it, and it's actually kind of amazing. Don't be jealous, but be a little jealous because like it's really good. But I still can't wait for this book to come out so everyone else can read it and we can marvel in its awesomeness together. Next up is Miss Mayhem by Rachel Hawkins, and this is out on April 7th. This is the sequel to Rebel Belle, which I loved. I thought it was super fun and hilarious, and of course I want to read the next book in the series, like as soon as it comes out, which is April 7th. Next up is Dream a Little Dream by Kirsten Gear, and this is coming out on April 14th. Now, this book has already been released in other countries, but it's coming to the United States in April, and I am very much looking forward to that. I loved the Ruby Red trilogy by Kirsten Gear, and I've heard from people who have already read this book that it's also fantastic and fun and funny, and I want it. I can't wait to read it in English. I should learn German so I can read Kirsten Gear's books, like, as they actually come out. That would be great. Next up is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, and this is out on May 5th. This is the first book in a new fantasy series that blends Beauty and the Beast with fairy lore. So the premise is awesome, and Sarah J. Maas is awesome as established by the awesomeness of the Throne of Glass series. So if I could just have this book already, that would be really awesome. Next up is Armada by Ernest Cline, which is coming out on July 28th. Ernest Cline's previous book, Ready Player One, is one of my favorite books of all time. It's so good, and he's finally coming out with another book. And I have high hopes, but from the premise it sounds like it's gonna be fun and nerdy and like similar in feel to Ready Player One, which is a fantastic thing. So I'm really looking forward to this. The rest of the books on my list don't have covers yet, so you have to look at me while I talk about them. Sorry. Next up is The Sword of Summer by Rick Riordan, and this is coming out on October 6th. This is the first book in the Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard series, which is Rick Riordan's new series that focuses on Norse mythology. Even though The Blood of Olympus didn't really blow me away, I still enjoyed it, and I've just loved all of Rick Riordan's books. I love his writing and his characters and his humor, and I can't wait to read this one! Next up is Winter by Marissa Meyer, and this is coming out on November 24th. This is the fourth and final book in the Lunar Chronicles series. And I've mentioned this already, but I will say it again. This is my #1 most anticipated book of 2015. I want it so bad, it hurts. Next up is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, and we don't yet have a release date. Fall 2015 is all I know in this moment. This is the first book in the Dark Artifice series, which follows some of the characters we met in City of Heavenly Fire. And I know some people complain about her writing more books in the Shadowhunter World, but I am not one of those people. I love the Shadowhunter Chronicles, and the stories are also different and take place in different time periods and different locations, so just get over it. You don't have to read them if you don't want to, but myself and the other hundreds of thousands of people who do want to read them will. I can't wait to read this. She just keeps getting better and better with each book, and I'm really excited to see where this series goes and how it connects to the previous series. Next up is Throne of Glass Book 4 by Sarah J. Maas, which does not have a title and does not have a release date, but I still really want it. Like, Heir of Fire was one of my favorite books of 2014, if not one of my favorite books of all time. It was just a masterpiece, so yes, I am eagerly anticipating this book. And also the title and the cover. Can we just get something about Throne of Glass 4? Like, Sarah, I know you have another book coming out in May, but come on, give us something Throne of Glass related and soon, please. A title, a cover, a release date. I need to know. I need to know. Next up is another book that does not have a cover, nor a title, nor a release date. And that is the fourth book in the Raven Cycle Quartet by Maggie Stiefvater. I love Maggie Stiefvater's writing, and the world and story of this series is so unique and weird and fascinating, and this conclusion is probably going to be epic. The previous 3 books have been building up so beautifully, and I cannot wait to see how this series wraps up. And hopefully things get resolved in a manner that does not destroy all of our hearts, but oh, I'm nervous for this one, and excited, but like kind of nervous. Next up is The Copper Gauntlet by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. This is the sequel to The Iron Trial. It's the second book in the Magisterium series. I really enjoyed the first book, but the way that book ended just made me really want the next book. Like, the direction the series started to take at the end there was awesome. and I can't wait to see how it plays out in this next installment. And the final book I want to talk about in this video today is Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. This is the first book in a duology. There's going to be a total of 2 books in this series. All I know about this book is that it's about time travel and a treasure hunt through the centuries, and it's written by Alexandra Bracken, and that alone is enough to sell me on the series. I love the Darkest Minds trilogy, and I think Alexandra Bracken is a fantastic writer, so of course I want to pick up whatever she writes next, and I especially want to pick it up if it involves time travel and a treasure hunt through the centuries. Like, that just sounds so cool. So there you have it. Those were the top 15 books of 2015 that I am most looking forward to getting my little hands on. Feel free to share your most anticipated books in the comments because I would love to know what you are looking forward to. Are we looking forward to any of the same books? Which ones did I leave out? Tell me in the comments if you want to. But yeah, that is gonna be it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great night, and I will have another vlog up soon, so I will see you then. Goodbye! Fixing my hair, fixing my hair. I waste so much footage as I'm fixing my hair. Next up is Miss Mayhem by What happened in my brain just then? And this is coming out. I forgot to reference my date before I started talking. So yeah, needless to say, I'm looking forward to it. That actually is needless to say because that's what this entire video is about. Next up is The Sword of Summer by Rick Riordan, and this is coming out on October 24th. October 6th. Mother of dragons. And this is out on October 6th. I can't say 6th. 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 It's such a hard word. Like, really. October 6th. I'm just gonna say 6.